Hey guys, what's going on? It's Moltritz. So everybody right now is doing like these Legion first impression videos and is WoW saved sort of video. You know what I mean? So I want to touch on that topic. First, let me start off with the bad from the last expansion. I know you're like, starting with the bad. But the reason why I'm doing that is to show you how things changed so you have something to compare it to. Alrighty, so in my opinion, garrisons totally killed the social community. Typically, when you needed an item, like let's say a profession item, like you needed leather and you weren't a skinner, you would typically go to the city, talk in general or trade chat, and be like, hey, does anybody have this? I'm looking for that. You know, I need to buy it. Well, now, in Warlords of Draenor, they just had barns. You'd go around, trap beasts, you made your own leather. So there kills a player interaction right there. That's one strike. The number two thing is that because all the professions started getting saturated with over amounts of materials, the goods crafted from them weren't really worth anything. Like everybody could get the standard potions for questing, or you could get your standard buff potions. It really wasn't worth anything because of this oversaturation, because everybody had a herb garden, everybody had a mining facility inside their garrison, so that really killed a lot of stuff. And also the auction house faltered because of it. Like there was all these base materials that you need, which typically there'd be a shortage of, so you'd get paid a decent amount of gold. There's just a plethora. There were so many. Everybody had their own Blackrock ore, like ore just felt worthless. Like why would you even need anything else? I have my jewel crafter and I just mined on my other three characters and sent them stuff for jewel crafting, and literally I never talked to anybody the whole time. And a lot of times I made friends through meeting people that had a certain profession or a certain need. A lot of times I was a miner for somebody. I would go and mine the ore, and then I would COD it to them, and I'd become friends with those people. So because of those bad elements, I really felt like in Warlords of Draenor, World of Warcraft felt more of a single person game, like it was a single player game. And there was like zero need for a guild. That's my other pet peeve that I wanted to get out of the way, is that a lot of the reasons why I kept coming back to World of Warcraft over the years after I would stop or I would, you know, start slowing down with playtime was because of friends in my guild that would say, hey man, I see you haven't been on, what's going on? Are you bored? You know, like, should we start doing more stuff together? That sort of community. Because half of the whole point of playing World of Warcraft is it's the largest MMO going right now, guys. So you're like, hey, I want to talk to other people, I want to have friends, I want to have a guild. So if you weren't strictly doing raiding, you pretty much, there's no need for a guild. I mean, you could meet some people for PvP, but there was like, it was just top tier raiding, top tier PvP in Warlords of Draenor. Those were the only two reasons you needed a guild. And originally, my stance on a guild is more for the benefit of having the social atmosphere and also having people you can connect to through professions. So like you have your guild alchemist that everybody sends stuff to, not just like, hey, everybody has their own alchemy because we can freaking mine our get our farm going inside our garrison, and now we don't need anything. Alright, my bad. I'm totally done talking about Warlords of Draenor, because here comes the positive about Legion. Right now the lore is crazy. In each zone, everything's tying together, so it feels like no matter if you go to Stormheim first, you go to Val'sharad, you go up to High Mountain, no matter where you go, you feel like there's a reason why you're there. You still get a sense of what's going on in the other zones, but they're not like, hey, X, Y, and Z got killed, so now we need to do this. They're just like, everybody's dealing with these same problems, so it's really neat. Another thing that I like is that because of these like 5-man mythic dungeons that's coming out, like like some of, like, let's say the Archway and the Stars of the Vault of Stars. It's one of those. I'll link it. My bad. I kind of forgot the name of it. I feel like there's more of a need for a guild like the 5-player Mega Dungeon Karazhan that's coming out. So when that comes out, I can already predict that there's people going to be like, hey, I don't have time for a 10-man raid, or I don't have time to come to 3 nights out of the week, but at least we can get together with a small group of friends and we can run Karazhan, get ourselves some gear that's actually semi-competitive. Potentially with Warforged we can get even better gear, and then that will start leading our way. Like, the people who can't make it will stay there, and then also we're getting the rest of the people geared. The other 3 people, let's say, or 4 people in that group that do want to do 10 mans, they're getting the gear to progress also. So there's like, with the 5-player like extended material, not just the baseline dungeons, I feel like it allows for more of an opportunity for guild play. That's just myself personally. Another thing I'm really liking is the class halls. So you go and it's a beautiful area, or at least with the druids, it's a wonderful area. There's trees, it's druid-esque, as I would like to say. There's all sorts of little wisp running around. There's treants, there's the different wells that are typical when it comes to druids and or the night elves. The lore behind each class that necessarily not everyone's going to see is still top notch, and I feel like Blizzard's not lacking in any like side reaches. Like, if they go here or there, like let's say the mages or the druids, like, hey, the mage isn't way better than the druids, like they put equal amount of time into each class hall. So it really feels like, you know, it's for your individual experience and not just like, I want everyone to see this, so we're gonna make it awesome. It's like, no, if you're a druid, you get something special. You get to go to that class hall, and it's awesome. Another thing I like is the personalizations that artifacts allow you to have. At first I was a little, I don't know if apprehensive is the right word, but I was a little worried when I seen there's artifacts in this expansion. I'm like, we're only getting one weapon? Like, what's going on? But as I started questing this first week or so, I already unlocked like 3 different appearances for my artifact weapon. I started leveling it up. There's the 3 gem slots up at the top that you can get. I filled 2 of them. I believe the 3rd one you have to go through Suramar and do some sort of quest chain to unlock that. That's at level 110. So it's really cool. My bear looks different, my cat form looks different, and as I unlock, or it seems like as I unlock it with one weapon, it's unlocking with my other weapons, the appearances, but I don't know if that's necessarily going to be for all of my artifact weapons. I got a little sidetracked, but I just wanted to come out with that because everybody's been making the video, so I wanted to put my 2 cents out there and tell you guys how I feel about it. Alrighty, this has been Moltrix. You guys take it easy, make sure you check out my other Legion videos, and I hope to see you guys around. Peace.